our film this evening. She may be coming in a little bit late. Thanks also for our guests attending. Would you please consider becoming a member and supporting our mission and our work? There are envelopes for this on each table. And thank you for our members here tonight. Preservation Zebulon advocates for the preservation and appreciation of buildings and landscapes that embody important elements of the history and culture of the Zebulon, North Carolina area, and promotes their use and conservation for the education, pleasure, and enrichment of residents and businesses. I'd like to recognize some of our attendees. Mayor Glenn York, Commissioner Beverly Clark, John Saville, head of our Chamber of Commerce. And we will have Amber Davis and Quentin Miles also coming. It just looks like they're not here quite yet. We'll be presenting a new initiative in 2025. It's a plaque program for historic homes in Zebulon. Taylor Gray was also on our committee, and I know his name that. Sorry, Taylor. Taylor, you want to come here and talk about this committee and plaque program?
Step out.
You step out? All right, he'll be back in a minute. We'll switch over to him. Marvin will now present our 2025 board slate.
Good evening. Our board members for the on slate for 2025 is Mary Beth Carpenter. She's our executive director and chair. Allie Jusevich, she's our vice chair. She's not able to make it. She's in Florida working with her father-in-law and trying to clean up some of the mess that happened in there. I'm Marvin Howell, I'm treasurer. Denise Laux. Denise will stand. She'll be our recording secretary. Deb Henley is our registration. She will be our director and sponsorships co-chair. Jeff Price is not here tonight, but he's going to be our director coming in. Taylor Gray, director of our historic plaque program. Sandra Richardson is the director of volunteer coordinators. Linda Schrake, she's our correspondence secretary. She's our registration. Rick Birds is going to be one of our directors. And also Debbie Beavers, director and also sponsorship co-chairs for this coming year. Okay, so I know a lot is going on, but if you're more coming up, and Lisa stood up, Deb, Linda, Taylor, myself, and all that are coming this way. So if you want to stand up again, you can recognize the application. Okay. Now, Taylor's here. I'm going to turn it over to the award, the plaques program.
Thanks, Barbara. Hey, everybody, thanks for being here tonight. We're thrilled to announce that our new initiative is the Historic Plaque Program, and that's the reason that to celebrate and recognize the stories of our historical places in our district. Mary Beth has that's pretty much exactly what it would look like would be a bronze plaque. We use this to honor historic homes with personalized plaque, reflecting the story of each home. So we submit an application, and we'll review it, and once the groups will collaborate to create a bronze plaque. We'll have two different sizes. This one's the one that's going to be small. And we'll post more information on the website soon. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you.
wanted to say, if you are a member and you accept the slate of officers, we need to do an official vote. If you could just say aye. So, accepting our 2025 Board of Officers. Thank you. All right, quick highlights of 2024 while your salads are being set. We had 115 individual paid members, 152 overall when you count couples. We have 26 corporate members, 8 businesses contributing to our Zebulon annual celebration tonight. Activities this year, we got our Zebulon Memory Project. We have 17 interviews captured on tape. We do love to get more stories of community elders talking about pre-1970 memories. So if you know of someone who'd like to speak on tape or not on tape, please come see me or any board member. Our Zebulon Memory Project, we have local families sharing photos in history. We'd love to have your photos. We're collecting an archive. I post some of these on Facebook. We're just collecting a group that will eventually make it into the Zebulon book and have it on our website. Tonight we'll be presenting Hutch Locklear, Tales from a Farming Family in Hopkins. And we also are presenting Gladys Todd in memoriam of a community leader, also this year and tonight. We're digitizing photos from local families. We're continuing to collect photos from residents, archiving and sharing them. And we have an electronic monthly newsletter that's come out. You can see the past issues on our website, preservationzebulon.org, under resources. And we've updated our website with more information. We have an increased social media reach with 4,000 on Facebook, 1,200 on our posts each month, and our electronic newsletter goes out to 300 plus. If you'd like to be on our newsletter, please give us your email. We'd love to add you. All of this is run by volunteers. If anyone's interested in public, we'd love to have you serve on a committee. Our committees are events, membership, marketing and communications, fundraising, and our Zebulon Memory Project photo project. Then, later this spring of 2025, we're going to bring back our historic homes tour. This will be our 3rd homes tour, and that's going to be April 12th. We plan to have 6 homes showcased, and we are asking the town to have the Wakeland building open so we can have a display there on the history of education at both Shepherd School Road and Wakeland facility, and a short film of that showing. But we've showcased 9 different individual homes and 1 church inside our historic district that have been open for tours inside and out, and we plan to have some new homes this year as well. We've had over 300 tickets across both years for attendees. So if you'd like to participate as a volunteer, or if you'd like to open up your home, please see me or any of our board members. And if you wish to just volunteer with us, we would love to have that.
Hi, can everybody hear me okay? Great. I think I know many of you, but for those who don't know me, as a carpenter, I'm Mary Beth's husband. Good evening. Zebulon has great people. Isn't that right? And they do amazing things. Tonight I've been asked to speak to you about one of the projects the Preservation Zebulon is working on, and that is the Save the Seymour Shanley House project. Margaret Howe and I lead the committee on behalf of Preservation Zebulon. We've been actively working with citizens, elected officials, and staff to think of ways to save, preserve, and reimagine that house. And that's a picture of that house up there on the screen. The spirit of community action was very influential to Mary Beth and I in choosing Zebulon as where we wanted to live. We saw people working to honor and celebrate the community's past while working very hard to make Zebulon a place for its citizens today and well into the future. Preservation Zebulon is a group that works hard to honor and celebrate this town. It's right there in the group's name, Preservation Zebulon. This group works to preserve the town's buildings and the memories of the people who built them and lived and worked in them. And at no time is it more important to remember the importance of honoring the past while building the future, as it is right now due to recent events. Less than a week ago, Hurricane Helene left a path of destruction, torrential storms that wreaked havoc across the U.S., especially 7 states, including our beloved North Carolina in the western part. Homes were ripped from their foundations and floated away. Besides the loss of homes and buildings, memories of family gatherings, relatives, good times floated away too. Sadly, dozens and dozens and dozens of people lost their lives as a result of the storm. With lost lives, those people will no longer be able to tell their life stories. We will rebuild, they say, but this is not a truth. Gone are the buildings, gone are the stories. Sadly, gone are the people. At best, we may new build, but that will result in new buildings, new owners, new stories. While we must keep those affected by the storm in our thoughts and pray for their recovery, we must also hope. Hope that the new people that build things anew in this area will find a way to honor and celebrate those lives and stories that are otherwise lost. And I would like to thank all of you that are working this week to make contributions, collect goods, work with logistics, and get help out to that area of our state. Thank you very much. With this in mind, I'd like to tell you about the Seymour Chambly House, which is located on East 4th Street. If you think of where the post office is, then across the street on Poplar is a big empty field, commonly known today as the McNabb property. It's called the McNabb property because the original residential house that used to exist there is gone. And with it, we lose the stories of the family that lived there. So today, we have the empty McNabb fields. Next to it, further up Poplar, at the corner of Poplar and East 4th, sits the Seymour Chambly House. A picture of it is displayed here. This is a picture from about 7 or 8 years ago. It looks a little bit different today. It needs a little bit of love and attention today. In 1906, Seymour Chambly moved his family from the small incorporated town of Wakefield, which sits slightly north of US 64, to the newly started but not yet incorporated town of Zebulon. Seymour Chambly and his family built and moved into this house, which remains the oldest residential house in town, still on its original foundation. The Chambly family produced the town's first male-born citizen, which they named in honor of the town, Zebulon Zeke Chambly. Many of you may know Joe Chambly. Joe was also born and raised in that house. In fact, knowing how family history seems to work in Zebulon, I suspect that at least half of you here are kin to the Chambleys at one point or another. Aside from being the town's oldest house and the birthplace of the town's first male citizen, this home holds particular significance. It is located within the Zebulon Historic District, and along with all buildings in the Zebulon Historic District, enjoys some rights that limit its demolition. Furthermore, it sits at a unique location, right there at the crossroads between where the early town businesses were built out and where the earliest residents were built. It tells a great part of the early Zebulon story. Zebulon is lucky to still have this great building and its story. Fairly recently, the town of Zebulon bought the Chambly House and the McNabb lot. Citizens in the area became concerned. We had a meeting of about 7 people that all lived very close to that property. What's going on, they asked. We all shared what we do, which really wasn't much. What's the town going to do with it? That was a much harder question to wrestle with. But we turned that dialogue around to make it more action-oriented. We asked, if you could reimagine this space, what would you like to see done with it? They said, we'd like to see a quiet gathering space, maybe space for meetings or civic groups to use to share art and history, an outside quiet space to gather, sit, contemplate, maybe some walking trails, a history walk that helps tell the early story of Zebulon, trees, gardens, flowers of the south, peacefulness, serenity. Those were just words, but they were good words. We then decided to work with a landscape architect to turn those words into a conceptual picture, the result of which is what you see on the poster right next to the bar. So the next time you make your way out to get a drink, please take a look at that poster and see that conceptual plan. It's merely conceptual, just to get ideas and pictures to get people to comment. We shared those ideas with a wider audience of about 24 citizens, extending the reach to people that live within a few blocks of that area, and we brainstormed to come up with even more ideas that have been captured. In addition to seeking input from many citizens, we next reached out to have discussions with the mayor, board of commissioners, town staff, in an effort to find ways to work together. Citizens, civic groups, and the town to come up with a plan. Our goals are: 1, work together; 2, save the Seymour Family House; and 3, create a serene and useful space that everyone can enjoy. One of the ways we'd like to work together is that we've asked if we could paint the exterior of the house, which would help preserve the 118-plus-year wood from further deterioration. We'd hope to have a thumbs up in time for tonight, but we're still hopefully waiting to hear how we can work together to make that happen. How can you help? Before you leave tonight, come look at the conceptual plan up next to the bar. Let us know your ideas for how that space could be reimagined. We would ask you to support these goals to save the house and preserve a serene, quiet, enjoyable area. A couple of ways you could do that. You know, I know our town officials are really busy, but you know, maybe sometime if you're kind of out and about around the town and you just happen to run into, like, you know, the mayor, or maybe Commissioner Clark, or maybe Commissioner Miles, or Commissioner Davis, you could just say a kind word to express your support for this project. In conclusion, I call on you, each of you, to join us. Let's all work together, citizens, civic groups in the town, to save the Seymour Family House and to create a serene and useful space for all of us to enjoy. Zebulon has great people, isn't that right? And they do amazing things. Let's do amazing things together. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you, Scott. I just want to thank our sponsors of this event: Ashbrook Builders, Mary Beth and Scott Carpenter, Allie and Todd Gesovich, Monica Cooper of Clean Productions, Old Raleigh Distillery, Ruth Moss, Stevenson Millworks, Tatum and Atkinson, Town of Zebulon, Victory Lane Quick Oil Change, and Zebulon Jewelry and Pond. Please stay tuned to our Facebook page for more details about the Chambly House project. And I encourage our guests to please consider becoming a member of Preservation Zebulon. It's $40 for individuals and $50 for families for a year. Our current board members who need to renew their memberships can do so. Our current members who need to renew their memberships can do so tonight by saying a board member, rather. We thank our event volunteers and our board members for their hard work for this event. And now we're going to have dinner. And I ask the Locklear family to please get up and proceed through the buffet first, followed by the Todd family. And then we can just go through table by table, and we will enjoy dinner until 7. Thank you. While you're finishing up dinner, we thought we'd just move on to the award winners tonight. Please continue to finish your dinner and go ahead and have some seconds if you wish to approve. We'll just get up and walk over there. I want to ask if I can have Mark Powell and Taylor Gray join me up here tonight, please. Our process for giving our preservation awards are nominations needed to be in writing. Our committee decides on 0, 1, or 2 awards per year. These are awards for leadership, preservation, promotion, philanthropy, or research. And the full description and criteria is listed on our website. Last year, Tony Williamson won this award, and Tom Henderson won the Historic Rehabilitation Award. This year, we have 2 Merit Award winners and 1 Historic Rehabilitation Award winner. So our first award winner is Michael Pippin. Michael, could you come up? Can you start the I need to get my cheater script. So Michael has taken on the project of restoring and upkeeping the Wakefield Cemetery. Over the past 5 years, he has mowed, removed weeds, trimmed and pruned trees, and cleaned up the cemetery. Out of his own pocket, he has purchased trees, bushes, and flowers, perennials, and he's added layers and bird feeders to the cemetery to make a park-like environment to the site, which is about 140 years old. He also helped reset headstones which had fallen down. The cemetery had become very overgrown. It was out there about 6 years ago, and it was pretty weedy and overgrown. Michael not only cleaned it up, but he enhanced it with plantings and bushes and flowers out of his own funds. And he regularly provides maintenance at the site. He claims it's his park, it's a place he goes to relax. And I don't know, he relaxes there when he's working so hard to make it look good. It's a beautiful park, and he says this has become his hobby and his getaway place to enjoy nature when he's not working at his pip and tree business, which is great business, by the way, folks. Wakefield Cemetery is on the west side of Pierce's Road, and it does not have a sign. There are 213 marked headstones, and there's several war graves without headstones. Michael has 7 family members buried there. His grandfather, the Reverend Alfred Allen Pittman, 1859 to 1940, was also buried there without a headstone. He was a Baptist minister who was well renowned in the area. Michael recently purchased and installed an obelisk-style headstone, and in order to honor his contributions as a well-known local Baptist minister in the community. For his work in preservation of the community and making Wakefield Cemetery a beautiful park-like retreat in his own time and funding, Michael earns this award. Congratulations, Michael.
Okay, let me read what's on the plaque. It says, in recognition of his genuine commitment to historic preservation through extraordinary leadership, research, and significant participation in the preservation and restoration of the Wakefield Cemetery and the architectural environment in Zebulon, North Carolina, October 3rd, 2024.
Our next Merit Award winner is Waylon Deeds. Waylon, would you like to come up? Waylon arranged for the move of a 100-year-old house from the Hopkins area to an empty lot he owns on East Horton Street. This was the home of his great-grandmother, Minnie Perry, and other family members. He is restoring the house, and he has raised the roof. He's building a new porch, kitchen, and mudroom on the back, and is renovating the interior, adding 2 bedrooms, a sitting room, and a kitchen. He saved his house from being razed and placed into the landfill. A developer who bought the property in Hopkins, near Hopkins Crossroad, where it's located, and Waylon bought the family house, which would otherwise have been demolished. By paying for K.B. Bum to move the house and securing the land and building a foundation for it to be set upon, he's enhancing our Zebulon Historic District on East Horton Street, which is across the street from me and down just a few, so we especially appreciate it. He's also done a multi-year renovation of the house. The house fits in age-wise with the rest of the 90 and 100-year-old houses along the street, and now an empty lot has been filled with a home full of family memories instead of fodder for a landfill. He wins this category under the preservation area. Minnie Perry, whose former name was Annie Nora Graham, 1889 to 1954, married Marcus Waylon Perry II in 1906 and had 9 children. She lived in this house. Family secured a tract of land in Hopkins where they built this house and 3 others. Much of the land remains in the Perry family to this day. The Wake Weekly ran an article on moving and restoring this house, and you can see it on the poster over as you walked in or as you walk out, you'll see it. We congratulate Waylon for his efforts in winning this award.
Thanks, Waylon, in recognition of your genuine commitment to historic preservation through extraordinary leadership, research, promotion, and significant participation in preservation and restoration of architectural environment in Zebulon County.
Scott and Mary Beth is being presented the Historic Rehabilitation Award. Scott and Mary Beth bought their Queen Anne home in 2015 and spent 7 years of weekends restoring it before moving in on July 1st of 2022. They replaced all the mechanical systems, restored plaster walls, redone bathrooms, and installed a new kitchen, a back master bedroom, and rebuilt the front porch and done foundation and roof work. All this was done to the federal standards of the interior. Their first household in Zebulon received the tax credits for their work. As leaders of Preservation Zebulon, we're willing to assist any other homeowners in getting their own paperwork done for tax credit. So please reach out and congratulations to Scott and Mary Beth. The inscription on the plaque is Historic Rehabilitation Award presented to Mary Beth and Scott Carpenter for the John D. and Sally Finch House circa 1911, 214 East Gordon Street, Zebulon, North Carolina. For completing certified historic rehabilitation that best promotes the heritage of Zebulon's greatest architectural assets by exhibiting the highest qualities of historic preservation through adherence to national preservation and restoration guidelines. October 3rd, 2024.
Thank you. If anyone at all has a house or business in the historic district that contributes to the district, we would love to link up with you and help you with the paperwork to get these tax credits. It's a whole one of the reasons that we're here. I'd love to come over and scoot down. I see a number of you here in the audience that have this home, so thank you. Should we commend you? It was wonderful. Thank you so much. When we're done here in a couple minutes, I'd love to get a photo of your whole family. I just wanted to mention there's cake available, dessert, it's all cut and ready. If all of you'd like to have a piece, please. I want to thank several people for helping with this film tonight. Thanks to Gilbert Todd Jr. for the photographs of Gladys. Thanks for Steve and Debbie Mitchell for the family photos of the Locklears. Thank you to Johnny Locklear for helping us secure the film taking of Hutch. Thank you again to Monica Cooper of Queen Productions for the videotaping, editing, and production of both of these films. Congratulations again to our Preservation Zebulon Merit and Rehab Award winners, Michael Pippin, Waylon Deans, Scott and Mary Beth Carpenter. Thanks again to our wonderful sponsors, Ashford Builders, Alan and Todd Getzowich, Monica Cooper of Queen Productions, Old Raleigh Distillery, Ruth Moss, Stevenson Millworks, State of Atkinson, Town of Zebulon, Victory Lane Oil Change, and Zebulon's Jewelry and Pawn. They are listed on the program and on the board. Thank you again for attending tonight. I'd like to ask the Locklear family to come for some photos. I also want to ask the Todd family if you want to get more photos after the Locklears. We'd love to have some more of you as well. Thank you for attending tonight, for your support of Preservation Zebulon, and for seeking to preserve the buildings and history of our town.